No, we continue after the chipping of the ice. Now that's a very interesting topic, Kai, because I was wondering how do you increase the elegance and the expression while decreasing the alcoholic content, given that you have changes in sort of warmer climate, cooler climate. So how do you do that from year to year?
So that's a very interesting story, and it takes a couple of minutes to explain.
Yeah.
Because that's not as easy as it sounds like. So,
okay, please explain.
Of course. So the easy way, and that's not what we're doing, would be of course to cut the grapes earlier. But then you get unripe grapes, and unripe grapes will never deliver elegance and harmony wine styles.
So
what we did is we changed the tools how we adapt our wines to the circumstances.
Okay.
And to understand this, I need to go back a couple of years and explain how my grandparents did wine and why they did it like this. Because in the old days, Germany was cool climate. So it was not common 100 years ago that every vintage gets ripe by itself. So at this time, they developed 2-meter high rows with a lot of leaf to collect as much sun energy as possible to translate sun energy to sugar, and sugar finally to alcohol. But if we use these tools today, wines will get too ripe, so we know that. So what we are doing now is that first of all we take out a lot of energy from the terroir, so everything is totally organic, we work biodynamic, and we have a lot of herbs and greens and grass in between the wines to take out energy first. The second effect of this point is that these grasses and herbs in between are chilling the vineyard. We don't have naked terroirs anymore. So the soil is covered and we get a totally new microclimate. And in this microclimate we are getting now, the wines are growing slower. And so we save a lot of acidity. So the pH levels of all of our wines are under 3. And the total alcohol is not going over 11.5. Partly we do some Rieslings dry with 10.5 only, and that's sensational. Nobody else did it before. So that's
not at that level.
Not at that level.
Okay. When was the first vintage that you got pH at 10.5?
pH, no, alcohol.
Alcohol by volume.
Honestly, I was lucky. I took over in 2008, and 2008 was by nature already a cool climate vintage style. So we got by coincidence our first low alcoholic wines in my first year. And we got so deeply in love with it that we started to continue to find ways to adapt it. And today our wines are partly only 1.20 meter high and not 2 meters.
That's a big change.
That's a big change. So we go down, and at the same time we did this. If it comes to a very hot summer, we educate our wines more like bush wines than like classical rose, because we love shadow. We need shadow when it comes to very hot summer days to protect the wines and the grapes to be burned, and we don't want to have cooked berries. So
what sort of ambient temperature would you consider warmer to let the thing spread out?
So over the last 100 years it went up 1 degree Celsius in total. So that sounds only a little.
But a lot.
That's a lot. So if you look to a map, that means 400 kilometers move in the climate conditions. So the wine climate belt is already moving for 400 kilometers. So you know that there are some wines in the UK at the moment. You can already plant wine in Norway in some parts.
Right.
So there are only 2 ways to react. First way would be moving. That's not what we're doing. We stay, but we adapt our tools. And I say it's a most important part of a wine grower, like to any farmer. We need not to complain about the weather. We need to adapt our tools. And to honor terroir means to listen to the circumstances. And so year by year we are still learning, but we are deeply impressed how good the system is in a change. Everything is very nicely adapted nowadays. And even a vintage like 2018, what is known to be one of the hottest years in history in Germany, came out with a cool climate wine style in our winery.
How do you manage to do that? Because when you came in 2008, the temperature helped you to get lower alcohol. 2018, the temperature went up.
Super high.
So then how did you
Yeah, so
change?
I told you already, as smaller the wines are, as less leaf you have. Less leaf means less photosynthetic
So you got the leaves to
activity.
come out.
There's less leaf in total.
Right.
So you have less leaf per wine, so there's less photosynthetic activities, and that means less aging, ripening speed. And then we changed the picking strategy totally.
Okay.
Today we call our picking a golden cut system. That means not like in the old days. So in the old days, the wine farmers did pick the second best grapes out first, and then they waited for the others to get riper. We do it the other way around. So we start with the best grapes first, and then we go up to 6 times to the same vineyards week by week and cut out the next grapes that are getting ripe. So when
Okay.
they're just turning from slightly yellow, slightly green to slightly yellow, then we cut it.
So do you have the same strategy for different grapes like Riesling, Sylvania, and Pinot Noir, because they all sort of age differently?
Yes, honestly we are super focused with 95% on Riesling.
Okay.
We only have Silvaner on the side and some small other pieces, but the focus is on Riesling. And we mostly manage to work with the same strategy for all of our wines.
Okay.
If it's an entry level or Grand Cru, if it is a cabinet or a natural wine, we try to catch perfect, healthy and not overripe fruit. Like anywhere in the world, people are looking for perfect fruit. The only place we were looking for overripeness was Germany, and that is not matching with our climate situations today anymore.
Right. Okay, cut